Today, I want to talk a little bit about quantum science and how I think it's moving from theory to becoming more of a strategic priority. At the time of recording, we've just passed World Quantum Day, and that's a global initiative that's led by many scientists and contributors across more than 65 countries at this stage. It's, I suppose, deliberately decentralized. It's designed to encourage participation from researchers and educators, businesses, and certainly institutions through a range of activities that go from technical talks to public engagement and cross-disciplinary collaboration. The date is great because it is typically April the 14th, and that's a reference to 4.14, which reflects the rounded value of something called Planck's constant, which is one of the foundational constraints of quantum physics. Now, while the number is small in magnitude, its implications certainly aren't. It defines how energy and matter behave at the most fundamental level, shaping scientific principles behind many of today's core technologies. World Quantum Day, therefore, it's not just a celebration of scientific discovery, it's probably a signal of how quantum science is transitioning into a domain of strategic importance, certainly for governments, certainly for industries, and of course, organizations. And quantum physics has already influenced the development of critical technologies. Semiconductors, lasers, medical imaging systems, and global positioning technologies can all trace to some degree back to a quantum level understanding. Um, they're not niche applications. They form the infrastructure of a lot of modern economies and digital ecosystems. What is changing now is the pace and the direction of that innovation. Quantum computing, quantum communication, and quantum sensing are moving very much from research environments into early stage commercialization. Governments are certainly investing heavily through national quantum strategies, and the private sector funding is certainly increasing. The talent competition is intensifying, and it's no longer purely an academic field. I mean, from a business perspective, this shift introduces both opportunity and certainly complexity. Quantum computing has the potential to solve classes of problems that are currently intractable from classical systems. So, I mean, this I think includes many optimization challenges, material discovery, and very advanced simulations. Industries, for example, like pharmaceuticals, energy, logistics, and of course, finance, they're already exploring use cases. And at the same time, quantum technologies introduce risk considerations. So, for example, advances in quantum computing could eventually challenge all current encryption standards. And this has major implications for cybersecurity, for data protection, and of course for the regulatory frameworks that we know today. And the gap between technical progress and also public understanding, I think, remains significant, at least at this stage. As quantum technologies move closer to real world application, that gap is going to become much more consequential. And so, it's good to see initiatives like World Quantum Day playing more of a functional role because to some degree, they create a platform for broader engagement, not just awareness, but more informed participation. And by encouraging contributions from multiple disciplines, the initiative supports a much more comprehensive understanding of both the science and its implications. For organizations, this raises a lot of important questions. How prepared are you for the impact of quantum technologies on your industry? Are you investing in awareness and capability building within your teams? Are you monitoring these developments that could affect your competitive position significantly, either through opportunity or through disruption? The challenge is not only technical readiness, it's probably strategic readiness. Quantum technologies will not replace existing systems overnight, and adoption will certainly be gradual with hybrid models and incremental integration. However, the organizations who are exploring early, maybe exploring now, are probably going to be better positioned because they'll be able to respond as this technology matures and becomes more available. There's also, I suppose, a communication dimension here. Quantum science, it is inherently complex. The language, the models, and the concept, they're not easily accessible to non-specialists right now. And yet the decisions surrounding its application will extend beyond all technical teams. This probably creates a clearer translation between scientific progress and business relevance. If you're an organization, or for all organizations operating in this space, they've got an opportunity to lead not only, I would offer, in innovation, but in how that innovation is communicated. Clear, credible, and accessible communication will be essential in building trust with stakeholders, including customers, including regulators, and including investors. So, World Quantum Day, it highlights the importance of that broader dialogue. It encourages contributions from scientists, but also from communicators, educators, and many industry leaders. I think it's also important that it recognizes that the impact of quantum science won't be confined to those laboratories or those research institutions. It will very rapidly become extended into economic systems and policy frameworks and all our everyday technologies that we know at the moment. Long-term implications are certainly significant. Quantum computing could accelerate breakthroughs in drug discovery and materials science. Quantum communication could redefine secure data transmission completely. And quantum sensing could improve precision in areas such as navigation, environmental monitoring, and medical diagnosis. And each of these developments carries both upside potential and massive implementation challenges. So for business leaders, the priority is not to become experts in quantum mechanics, I don't think. It's to understand the trajectory of the field, identify the relevant applications, and integrate that awareness into your strategic planning. It's probably a good idea to include building partnerships with research institutions early, engaging with these emerging ecosystems, and investing in internal education. It also includes scenario planning for how quantum advancements could reshape industry dynamics. So, April 14 serves as a reminder of how foundational scientific principles can evolve into transformative technologies. It also underscores the importance of engagement at an early stage. And look, if you're an organization, the ones that are going to probably win are the ones that are going to treat that quantum science closer than more abstract or distant at this time. Certainly, this isn't something you want to be unprepared for when it comes to the risks and some of the more practical implications for you and your industry. And conversely, if you're engaging early, even at a very high level, you'll be to some degree better equipped to navigate both the opportunities and the disruptions that follow. And ultimately, the significance of World Quantum Day, it lies in its ability to connect all of these perspectives. Hopefully, it's bringing together scientific discovery, technological development, and societal impact within a single, at least for the moment, globally recognized moment. Look, it encourages participation, but it also encourages reflection. And quantum science is moving into a phase where its relevance extends beyond the current communities. So, if this video is helpful, go and check out what World Quantum Day is all about, and certainly start thinking about it because technology normally arrives a little bit quicker than we think. I hope that's been interesting.